Hey everyone, today I want to talk about why I, as a queer person, support Muslims. Because I hear from random people on the internet all the time that apparently I'm supposed to hate Muslims.
Something tells me this isn't a good idea.
Alright, we're here currently at the protest. We got a bunch of young kids here with their Arab parents, and they are stomping the pride flag here at the protest. The Arab community is sending a message, I believe, to the woke that they are not accepting of this, ladies and gentlemen.
And how you feel about them being your Muslim brothers and sisters now? How about now? I'm just saying. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Protect our children! Protect our children! Protect our children! Protect our children! Protect our children!
Y'all are just so dumb. It went exactly as I expected it to go. We knew this was gonna happen. I mean, how long have we been telling the woke left that this was a bad idea to let all these religious conservative Muslims into the country, thus creating new leaders, thus those new leaders creating new different laws? Tim Pool tweeted this recently. I keep telling these libs that importing religious conservatives would result in conservative public rulings. Now they're losing it. And this was in response to the Michigan city with all Muslim council bans pride flags on property. And just so people know, this is basically currently the far leftist hierarchy chart. We have transgender people and Muslims at the top, white men at the bottom. And interestingly enough, now the far left has a very important choice to make between their two favorite minority groups, LGBT people or Muslims. And we're seeing this currently unfold in front of our eyes. We have another video here. I'm not sure what city this one's from.
Yeah. We stand together as the Canadian people, as the Muslim and the Christian, to protect our children.
From them, from that.
Yes!
We don't need that door. Our children.
Leave our kids alone!
Leave our kids alone.
Leave our kids alone!
Leave our kids alone.
Leave our kids alone!
Leave our kids alone. Leave our kids alone. Leave our kids alone.
Leave our kids alone!
Leave our kids alone.
My friend Marcus is here. You guys know him as the offensive T-word. I can't say it because YouTube hates hate speech or something, even though he calls himself the T-word. I thought his opinion on this would be perfect since he is a transgender individual and he has family in Muslim countries.
I mean, I don't agree with Muslims usually, but I do agree with letting kids be alone and let kids be kids. We don't need the indoctrination.
Okay, so this apparently is like a city council meeting. You're allowed to speak freely on issues that are concerning to you in your community. So this was a bunch of Muslims. You can see them in the background. I guess a they say an LGBT activist. Let's not call them that. This is a dumbass activist wearing a clown nose. Why? I don't know. Maybe they're clown gender or something. But this is what this person has to say. Like, this is these are the types of people that are representing us these days.
How sad.
Hamtramck may be one of the most diverse cities in the country, but we have to draw the line somewhere. Sure, many Hamtramck residents have fled countries where being gay is a death sentence, but nothing says we have to make it comforting and welcoming here. While we can't legally discriminate against LGBTQ people in the United States anymore, the City Council of Hamtramck can say, ew, now, be proud somewhere else. Because that is the meaning of neutrality, my fellow citizens. Additionally, at a time when all of us feel the burden of inflation, we can't expect to throw costs towards rainbow flags. We have to spend $146,996 on tasers for the Hamtramck Police Department. And just in case any of these radical gays get out of line. During Pride Month, no less. Bravo. And so allow me to humbly present a redesign of the Hamtramck City placard to underscore this brave council's position on neutrality. This new sign will ensure that visitors and residents know that this is a city that stands for diversity so long as it doesn't offend the religious beliefs and backgrounds of others. The slogan shall now read, Hamtramck welcomes you if you're straight. And this is a historic moment, a moment where the basic rights of LGBTQ folks are under attack. And history will look back at these 7 brave members of City Council and remembered they remained neutral. The headlines will read, heroic Hamtramck City Council votes to stay neutral during Pride Month, bans pride flags on all city property, and instead invests in police tasers. Now, and this might be a little on the nose for you, and if you don't like this poster, I do have another one. This is obviously we'll have to paint over the rainbow on the mural because that is a little too gay. But we will have the world in 2 straight miles, so it's a little bit it's covert, so it's not right on the nose. Anyway, thank you so much. I yield the rest of my time. Thank you.
I think the only thing I have to say about this video is why is it always these types of people with their videos going viral? It's never people like you and I, or Blair, or Buck. It's the crazies that are dressed like they're in prison in the 1920s with the clown nose, and then kissing her girlfriend or whatever that is. Aggressively kissing to piss them off, not to show love, but to clearly piss everybody off around them. Like, that's not necessary. This is a video from the same day, I'm assuming probably right after this happened, and this is again Muslim parents being pissed off about Pride Month and about how American LGBT citizens are acting. Before we even watch this video, my question for you is, do you think that the LGBT, the queer activists are recognizing that they did wrong by allowing all these Muslim, like, radicals, you know, conservative, societal conservative radicals into our country? My Muslim brothers and sisters!
They would never admit it, no. I'm surprised she's actually on there speaking out against homophobia in her world. Islam is a very homophobic and transphobic religion, so I'm surprised she's even there.
This guy makes a lot of sense. This is what he had to say.
Okay, because let me say something. That flag, the pride flag, you think you guys want to put down my throat? Let me put my Lebanese flag down your throat. Okay? We're not gonna sit here and put the Yemeni flag. We're not gonna sit here and put any flag. We're just gonna put the American flag. That's what we support. I am a Lebanese person and I support the American flag. We are not gonna sit here and tolerate you guys coming and say, oh, it's Pride Month. You're gay? No problem. You be gay by yourselves, not by, don't sit here and throw it down kids' throats, my throat, or anybody's throat.
See,
I like that.
This is coming from a place, people can only be backed into a corner for so long, right? A lot of animals are like that. People like you and I just simply existing in the world, and we're not shoving it down anyone's throat. That doesn't mean that just kissing in public is shoving it down people's throats.
No.
I don't agree with that if that's what this person's implying,
No.
which I don't think they are.
It's hard to know what
It's hard to know what they're thinking.
if this is a homophobic person or not. He just said it's okay if you're gay, so that's what we're going with.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I agree with the whole, well, I like the American flag because, you know, gay people are under that flag too, the last time I checked. You don't become another race just because you're LGBT. So,
in their heads they do, I think.
Transracial.
What do your family members overseas think about all this nonsense happening?
I'm not sure. I don't think they're exposed to all of this, to be honest. But they're Christian. My family from the Middle East, they're Christian. I mean, they're religious, so maybe they're not the most pro-LGBT compared to, like, atheists, but they're not as homophobic as radical Muslims. And I don't usually agree with Islam or Muslims, but I do agree with what we've seen today. Like, leave the kids alone. And, like, of course we don't agree with homophobia from any religion.
Right.
But sometimes it's about uniting.
I think this is a very interesting point to make. This was the only religion that we did not push back on, the LGBT community. Islam is the only religion that we did not push back on for all these years. We mainly focused on the idea of Christianity and Catholicism, anything under that umbrella, hating on gays potentially, and then we would push back on them and make fun of nuns and dress up as in drag as nuns and stuff. No one ever decided to give pushback to these people who are the actual threat. Now they've built up enough steam and are making valid points, mind you.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to start agreeing with them, and that's going to continue the downfall of our acceptance, and it's really sad. So
Really,
I don't mean to make this week's video end on a sad note. We have to continue speaking out against this nonsense, and I'm glad that I have somebody here like Marcus continuing to do that over on his channel. So if you want to go and check out videos that he's done, and I'm going to be on one of them as soon as I post this, I'm sure his will be out. You can click the link in the description below to see that. And if you're coming over from his channel, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys back here next Sunday with a brand new video. Until then, keep up the fight. I don't know what to say, my people, anymore.
Your people.
To our people, like the people that are sane, I don't know. I love you guys.